Welcome back. So on Diversified Diecast, we're going to do 2 rounds of Hot Wheels premiums. I got kind of a little mixture here. We have like American Muscle Classic, and I guess the bonus car will be Marty McFly truck. I actually had this truck a while back. A good friend of mine was wanting one. I just freed it up and gave it to him because he wanted it, and I got this one in a fresh trade a few weeks ago. And then next video, sneak peek will be JD Imish with a thrown-in Volkswagen, and then I actually found this in Marshall's the other day. The same friend I gave this vehicle to, if he's watching, he knows who he is. He's real crafty at going to all the different stores and all the Marshalls and Ross and just you name it. And he finds these really nice deals on 2-packs. And I was coming back from South Texas the other day from work, the only stop I made in Kingsville, where I always stop and get fuel and food and what have you. And lo and behold, this guy right here was on the shelf for $10. So I don't have any other cars from this set. I may have this Subaru from a standalone, but again, we'll see that in the next video. Package is all beat to hell. But $10, great 2-pack that I don't have. I don't think I didn't know they made the Nissan Sentra, to be honest with you. And anybody loves a Sylvia, right? So that'll be the next one. But we're going to start tonight with, this is a trade from a guy out of California. I have another one of these, but not in a premium. So this is a real nice treat. This is a Hot Wheels Premium Boulevard. Copyright on this one says 2019. So if I had to guess, this is probably a 2020, maybe 2019. But again, here's I'd love to have the top 2 cars. That little Porsche 356 Outlaw is banging. The Sylvia S15 is nice. Popo Camaro, and the Koenigsegg Agera R as well. But this is a 62 custom Chevy pickup, and this is a real popular casting in the main line, the Silver Series. And I didn't have this one, and the guy I've traded with him before on some Auto Worlds and whatnot. And he had this thing pop up, and I said, "Oh yeah, I gotta have that." So again, Hot Wheels premiums are gonna roll like glass, right? But I'll show y'all some up close and personal shots of these here in a minute before we go to the turntable, just so we can get a better look at them. Really nice casting. The dead giveaway on these, they all have a surfboard in the back, which is kind of nice. It's something different. But really cool. I always like those trucks. A good friend of mine, he's like another father to me. He has a 65 that has the lights up in the hood. I like that body style. I didn't grow up around many of those. I didn't know many people who had them. But they're cool. All right, next up, I don't know much about the track days or these earlier car culture Hot Wheels premiums, if you will. They weren't called premiums then. They were just basically like metal, slash die-cat or rear wires tires. So they're on standard size cards, thicker card stock. Obviously, they're basically a premium styled ride. This was probably before they actually made Hot Wheels premium, if you will, or it may have just been when they first started. So copyright on this one's 2016. This one's probably from 2016 or 2017. Really nice set. I have 2 of them currently. The Carmen Gia, the Guillotine, it's really cool. That was the one that really caught my eye from the guy I bought these from, and he had this one pop up later in our negotiations. I said, "Yeah, I'd love to have that one too." I have the Legends Tour Nova. That's kind of similar to this car from a few years ago. It's got the road course look, if you will, sculpted fenders and real wide tires front and rear. So this is a 70 Chevelle custom, if you will. Car Culture Track Day is this series it's called. This is better than Nova. The Nova's kind of really plagued with the Hot Wheels Legends Tour livery. I like yellow, but wish they'd do something a little bit better on those cars. I have the BMW and the Transport from this year. It's nice, but I feel like it'd be a little bit better, All right, got this one as well. Same guy I got this one from. He's out of Northern California. I don't have a Gladiator in a premium. Fast and Furious said this one's come from Fast 9 Saga. And apparently they have the S2000 from the first one in there, the Mustang, another Defender 90, and they have a Hellcat Dodge Charger wide body. Jeep Gladiator doesn't say what year it is. I'm assuming it's obviously the JTs, if you will, the JL line of Gladiators. They call them JTs. They came out in 2020. JL came out in 2019, and the Gladiator came out in 2020. I mean, I was so happy they finally did this. Love these trucks. I would love to buy one, and I even considered it a few years ago until I went to the auto show and I sat in a few of them. If they had just a tad more headroom and a little bit, if they had a little bit different cab than an actual Wrangler, I mean, it'd be serious for consideration. But I get why they share the platform of the Wrangler. You know, it makes it much easier for production and aftermarket sales, you know, for all that. But I kind of wish, you know, a little small part of me wish it was kind of its own little self-claim to fame, you know, style. But they sell them. They're popular down here, man. Hard top, soft top, stock, lifted. They make like 20 different trim levels. Rubicon, Sahara, Overland, Mojave. I mean, what's some other ones called? You see these things all the time, huh? Mm. Everywhere. Everybody wants a Gladiator. You get a Gladiator. You get a Gladiator. So this is a really nice one. It's got little traction boards on the side of the rack on the rear, matching wheels, you know, to the paint. It's nice. Good premium for me to have. I like Jeep. I mean, they're back there on the wall. So owned a few of them. All right. This one was also in the same grab as the Guillotine and the Chevelle. I started buying mainline Porsches from this guy, and probably late last year, early this year. And he's kind of just going through his collection the past few months, and he's had some real nice digs. I've been kind of combing through. Again, I haven't bought anything purchase since probably, I don't know, July. It's been a while. Been trying to just monitor the spending, if you will, but doing a lot of trades. This is probably one of my last purchases several months ago. Hot Wheels Premium Car Culture Boulevard, if you will. And there's what's in this set. The 2-pack of the Nissans has the hard body and the other, maybe 2 Nissan hard bodies. I would love to have that VW Bug. That thing is sweet. I don't have it. This is the only one I have. This is a really nice set. Red Supra, the 69 Chevelle, 14, I guess the S95 Mustang. Last year, that body, if I'm not mistaken. VW Bug, it's probably a mid-late 60s model. And then the 93 Nissan Hardbody, D21. So I don't have a single 69 Chevelle Hot Wheels Premium until now. And for those of you who know, have watched the previous videos, 2 good friends of mine, I rode in these cars a lot as a teenager. One was an SS396 with a 4-speed, really nice car. And then the other buddy of mine, he had a standard Malibu, but it was, he was beefy, very beefy for what it was. It wasn't your typical grandma sedan, no more. When some friends of ours got a hold of it, including him. So a lot of good times in this body style. I mean, I rode in, man, countless hours and countless miles, even a few across state trips in the Malibu like this. So a lot of good times. Every time I see that casting, you know, I have a I do have a Giant Lightning in that year model. And I have another one that's a 69 Chevelle. One's a 68. It's really similar. I kind of went over that before. It's got a little bit different grill, and the 68 has the real narrow taillights in the back. I prefer a 69 myself. Grill's, you know, double bar, a little more pronounced, and the taillights on 69 are just sexy. You can't beat it. All right, bonus truck, Marty McFly, Toyota. Anybody with half a brain cell should know what this truck is. This is copyright 2022. It's probably 2023 because there was some places when I started really getting into this heavy, this is still on the shelves. So again, not for certain for sure if it's 2022 or 2023, but these are still to be had. Pretty recent. And wow, this thing is like dunked in wet black paint. Very nice. We'll get some real good shots of this thing on the turntable. Just as good as that Gladiator. Yeah. Anyway, let's get some frontals. I'll get Colt to pause the camera. He's giving me a hand in between the ultimate chaos around here. It's pretty quiet this evening again, trying to film for the week. But I asked him to give me a hand to pause the camera, get some frontals, and we'll go to turntable, and we'll get some close-up shots.